Wallow 267. I'm right here with Dev, man. Stay tuned, man. He got it coming soon, the podcast, the Dev Hall Show, man. Check this young brother out. He making something happen. It's positivity over negativity, and that's what it's about on Wallow 267. This is Dev Hall. Stay tuned for the podcast, and it's just like that.
Dev Hall, we here with my man Eric, the creator and innovator of Genuine Living. As you can see, we got the legit professionalism backdrop. What it do? How you doing today, man?
Dev, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm Gucci. Listen, I'm glad that you're on the show today. I really appreciate your time. So I just really want to know and get the audience involved. What is Genuine Living, and what does it stand for?
So Genuine Living, of course, is, as you can see, first and foremost, a clothing brand. Okay. It stands for, one, being genuine.
All right.
And what people really don't know is LIVIN is actually an acronym.
Okay.
So LIVIN stands for Leaders, Influence, and Visions to Inspire Nationwide. So basically, like a networking, genuine living life. You see what I'm saying? So it's basically to inspire. You see what I'm saying? Without saying the most. So basically, that's genuine.
Okay. When was it created?
So Genuine Living came in 2014.
Okay.
I recreated a brand that was first called Envision Billions. I created that when I was in college, probably like 2012. Okay. People don't know that either. I started that when I was down in Virginia.
All right.
And you
Norfolk State, is it Norfolk?
Norfolk
They do homework.
HBCU, right? Spartans, you know what I mean? So we did that, and that didn't work out too well. Okay. So I had to step back again, and think about what I really wanted to do. And coming back home, that was the end of my college run. So coming back home, I knew I had to create something that was for my culture, but without screaming real. Right. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, because everyone, that's the first thing everyone is doing is, I'm real, I'm this, that, and the third.
So what I did was, I took a step back and was like, dang, I want to promote being you. Right. Where we come from is considered being real. Right. So how can I make this a part of the universe? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
No, I do it.
And by the universe, I mean different walks. Right. So they may not understand real. Mm-hmm. They know what genuine is. Right.
Everyone should know what genuine is.
You see what I'm saying? Right. So we came from that, and I was like, all right, well, bet Genuine Living instead of Envision Billions, which was always trying to chase the dollar. Mm-hmm. Mm. Come back. You see what I'm saying? Come back. Right. Genuine.
Well, I think it seemed like Genuine Living. You know what? It seemed like Genuine Living can touch all aspects and all different races and ethnicities, because black people, for example, like you said, real. A lot of people, when white people, different people, when you hear real, they actually think of the definition of real. People use that word real and just throw it out anywhere. Now, the Genuine Living, I think, is more appealing and more attractive to an audience, because everyone feel as though, but the genuine people feel as though they're living a righteous lifestyle. And to me, it's self-explanatory. I'm Genuine Living.
There you go.
Like, that's how I look at it. Not to mention, sidebar, when I was in Spain, he was getting a lot of love without him maybe knowing it. But I had, gave him that notification that he was getting some love. A lot of people like, yo, what's the GL? What is it? Like, I like it. I like how the color coordinated, everything is matching. When you came up with the concept of the logo, how did that come about?
So, yeah, you're gonna get all the stories. So look, right? I was in school, and this is when I had Envision Billions, and I was heavy on the computer. I'm an IT major, so I was basically, when you're in school, you gotta find those electives. Right. So this one time, bro, I picked, what was it? Art 101, or it was like the graphic design 101. Just something I know I'm getting through. I know I'm getting through. Easy A, right? This is the easy A. So I used that class at the end of my run with Envision Billions to create my Genuine Living logo. I took everything I learned in that class to create this logo. My project at that class was this.
Genuine Living.
And I told the teacher what I wanted to do. I said, listen, I got a plan. I need to recreate something. Bam. So I came up with this first logo, and I basically was putting things together from different places, and he was like, everybody can have that. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, bet. He's like, create something that if you look at it, they know it's you. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, bet. I went back to the drawing board, and each step I just put it together, and I knew for the class I would get an A, but I'd actually come up with something that would be worth it.
And it's beneficial to what you're doing. One thing I like about your logo and it grabs my attention, that it's simple, but it stands out. It's simple because if you look at Ralph Lauren Polo, for example, it's a horse. Mm-hmm. Well, everyone knows it's Ralph.
Right.
for example, you see Genuine Living, you see GL. The way the GL is, it's like kind of intertwining with each other, you know. I like it because it's not too loud, it's not too much, it's just straight to the point. Do you feel as though you're getting a lot of love from your supporters, or you feel as though you still need to? I mean, I'm gonna ask that one more time. Do you feel as though you're getting a lot of love for the work that you're doing, or you feel as though your work is getting unnoticed?
Well, being in the inside of the circle, you know, you always gonna think you're never doing enough. I mean, you know, you take a step back, and you're in the midst of it.
Right.
So it's never gonna be to the point where as though the end goal is there. You see what I'm saying? So when you return back to the places that keep you in those negative states, i.e. home,
right.
you know, you tend to think about all the hardships in between. So when you go out, when you're out in the streets and you're walking around, people are like, yo, I saw you drink something. I'm like, for real?
Right.
I personally never see it.
Yeah,
I know I'm selling. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't know where it be. Like, unless I'm following those particular people on the gram, I don't know what. So I can't say I don't get the support, because when I do talk to people, is yo, I see you drink everywhere. But to myself, it's
so you have yet to. So basically, you saying in a sense, you have yet to see anyone wear your material, or have. I mean, since 2014.
In person?
Ever?
Nope.
Yo.
Except for one time I was coming out of Wawa and this dude had the hoodie on and I didn't even know who he was.
And you ain't seen nothing told me that?
But let me tell you, it's the weirdest things, right? So people be like, and it's so crazy, and this is why I really, really like the fact I don't rush it.
Okay.
Because when people see it, or they see me out wearing it, they say something to me. They like, yeah, that's my man, John, or I know that's my folks.
But as if you're not the person they're talking about.
Bro,
wait, do you clear it up? Like, listen, yo, like, I appreciate the compliments and my man and everything, but that's me that they're talking about.
Nah,
you just have them guessing?
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, oh yeah, okay, cool. Unless they with somebody, they be like, no, he started it.
Okay.
And then the midst of it, and the reason why I say that is because it show you how hard the people around me was going.
Right.
So that's another thing. Like, so that when it goes and it starts to spread out, it's past me at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? Right. So that was my whole plan. Build something that can go past me. Okay. And obviously, you know, it's been doing a little bit of progress and working. So it's been a lot of help, and we'll get into how it's turned around.
Uptown. You getting a lot. I see you getting a lot of people in Uptown wearing stuff. Now, like you said, you can't speak on it because you don't see that many people besides the word of mouth. Right. But I tell you one thing about us being from up top. You know, look. You feel me? I see it all the time.
On the gram?
I see it
on the gram. I mean, and that's another thing, right? Me personally, I don't come out unless it's a point. Right. You see what I'm saying? So I really don't see the traffic like that. So that's another downfall, or not downfall, but a short eye of myself. You see what I'm saying? So of me knowing what's out there. Right. But at the end of the day, I really work on perfecting what I got going on. Now, and that's why I really don't get that much time out there.
Do you feel now, as far as the time out there, do you do any type of pop-up shops or anything, or?
So, I did one. And obviously, you know, a lot more should be done. Yeah. With it being almost 3-4 years now. But I always felt as though it's not upon my timeline. I got to make sure when I really jump out the window and go full stream of being able to consume everybody that come in, it got to be something behind it. Right. You see what I'm saying? So when I work, I know if this is all I can do right now, don't go past my measure. Okay. So I could have did thousands of pop-ups, sold out of everything right there, and then
nothing. No, you're right.
My turnaround ain't there.
You're not living beyond your means.
Right. So it's been working. It's been working for the journey of my life. So.
Now, do you have a goal, like an end goal? I know you don't. I know certain people want like to keep that a secret, but do you have a goal that you're trying to get out of Genuine Living? Like, I want Genuine Living to be the focal point, but I want this to be under Genuine Living. Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Actually, Genuine Living is basically my foot into the door. Okay. I'll put it like that. It really turned out that clothes actually was never a part of my plan. Okay. My plan was to create something that's more of a platform. Push the clothes first. In the meantime, in between, the clothes then become a link on the website. Okay. You see what I'm saying? To what the overall message is. So when I jumped into the clothing brand, I'm like, how do I use my supporters as a method to help me? Right. help me help you. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna wear this for me,
Right.
and in return, I'm gonna twist this whole culture around.
Okay.
And that's what my overall goal was. I really want to do brand management, but I got to show you that I can make this work.
Yeah, exactly. Like you got to put the work in.
I got to show you that I can make this work.
Your resume. I actually think you have a good pace of where you're going. It's not too fast. It's not too slow. It's right in between because when you drop, people pay attention. You get what I'm saying? Versus, this person got different colors of everything, and I expect, this person to come up with anything. Now, when I see your work, you got different colors. I see black and gray. Now, is this a color coordinate for this upcoming new product that you're releasing?
So, it's more of a strategic move for me.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been doing this solely, in a learning curve the whole time. I always learned that the more options you have, the more overwhelming it becomes. And when you do box yourself in, but not negatively box yourself in, you're more on a straight path to achieve your goal. You see, so me being a one-man band or on production side, on the production side of things, don't overhaul yourself.
Okay.
Learn, go, grow, learn, expand, sit back.
I like that. Hopefully all of y'all pay attention.
They grow.
Yeah, see one time say it. You gotta dumb it down sometimes.
You gotta learn, grow,
and expand.
Sit back.
So you sitting back, y'all relax. Like
everybody a boss.
Hey, everybody a boss and don't even know how to
everybody
move like
boss.
one. Everybody a boss and don't know how to move like one. So by you saying you being you doing it solely on the production side, or do you feel like you too hard on yourself sometimes, or do you expect too much sometimes?
I kill myself. I mean, it's so bad. I had to take a step back and understand why I was doing it. You get into this,
right?
You get into this, and it's really a door stopper, and not one that's holding the door open, but closing it on yourself. And that said, I was putting too much on myself. And trying to come full circle with pleasing the people, you kind of lose track of that.
Right.
So you want to not kill yourself, as I was doing, but take a step back and almost give yourself enough time to breathe. And I wasn't doing that, so I was
just hammering.
I was hammering, and I didn't understand the process.
Now that process, or you didn't understand. Do you feel as though you was trying to just get the consumers that wear your stuff, or you just felt as though you wasn't getting enough attention, so you just wanted to be hard on yourself?
Honestly, man, I was confused. I was honestly confused. I was doing it for our culture,
right?
But I wasn't making my culture do it for me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
So basically, when people didn't have it, I was take it anyway.
Right.
Take it anyway. Do your thing. You see what I'm saying? All right, bet. They gonna have it here, and it started happening a lot.
Right.
And when you almost trying to build something as much as this, and what this stand for, you find yourself being under their umbrella.
No, you're right. And I see what you're saying.
So it was like you gotta take it back, and not almost get mad at them, but get mad at yourself
for allowing it to happen.
For allowing it to happen.
Yeah, and it sounds like, you know what, and it's sad. I was just speaking about this not too long ago to another fashion designer. It seemed like people be so supportive of African Americans from afar. Like, yo, I'll be happy. I want to support. But when it comes down to the support, it's always bullshit excuses. And then that bullshit excuse try to get justified on why they can't do certain things. For example, he didn't say anything. I'm saying it. Shit, I'm not stupid. I can paint a perfect picture. So if you get, let's say, for example, whatever amount your hoodies or shirts are going for, let's say, hypothetically, your hoodies are going for 40 or whatever. Someone say, I got 25 for you. Yo, I got you. Go ahead, man. So it becomes a pattern that's expected. And you got mad at yourself. Like, you know, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm allowing this shit. So
I had to tell myself. I had to sit back and tell myself, like, I don't buy grown men clothes. Or should they call me Pops?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I had to start telling myself those different things. Like, dog, what are you doing? You progressing, and you doing all right. You getting by, but if you wasn't so much trying to be like that, you'll be somewhere.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you gotta make them. They doing it for them others. You see what I'm saying? So you don't take it away from you, because if you don't think this hot, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Exactly, that makes sense.
You shouldn't be doing it. So what's the point of doing it if you're gonna allow them to take it?
Right. It makes sense, and I'm glad that you're standing on that now. You know, each and every year as you get older, you progress. You've been doing this for about 3 years now, 2.5, 3 years now.
Yeah, we'll say 3 years.
3 years. So you're going to learn. It's trial and error, like you just said. You learn, grow, sit back. You know, expand. Excuse me, and then relax. You know, so that's what you're doing. You're young. I know you're an entrepreneur. You're doing your damn thing.
Right.
We ain't gonna speak too much on what you're doing on the side, but
right.
you know, cause I don't know what you're doing on the side, but I watch and shit. But you know, you always in your business and casual attire, handling business. As you can see, the background be perfectionist. You know, so I just want to get right into everything, man. We here for one reason only. We're not even here for one reason. We here for multiple reasons. One, the interview, of course, for the fashion segment. Two, he has some new products about to drop, and actually, I think it already dropped.
Right.
All right, so can we can introduce your line and
so
introduce the new product? We got new product alert.
Right.
We got to describe. We need to describe on what's going on.
So that's right there is our Genuine Living standard logo. We had a process, whereas though we went through a lot of logos for our standard tee, but we're actually going to go with this, obviously, being the overleading logo for our brand, and that's the Genuine Living standard tee.
Right, how much is this going for?
That right there is $30, and you know, various colors, sizes, and cuts, and $35 for the long sleeve that's online. So
okay, and we have some joggers.
Yep, so that's the joggers to the sweatsuit. It's actually not sold by itself, but you know, catch the back pocket. We do got the back pocket. That's very valuable. As I was told, you know, one time I released some sweats that didn't have a back pocket. It's like, yeah, you got the back pocket. No
I got them on now. Thanks.
Right. So you know, we made sure we got the back pocket again, and that was something that we released in the past. Of course, right here we got the hoodie to the sweatsuit, and actually, this is actually sold separately by itself, which is $45. So, you know, it's a nice cut, fitting sweatsuit, and it's warm, as I was told from the supporters for this season and this kind of weather that we got. It's pretty cold outside.
It's cold as shit, to be exact. Like 18 degrees.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? And this is something I'm gonna explain. I ain't gotta do it for y'all. Now we have a new hat. Now this is what we call it,
the spade.
I fucked it up. The
Yeah.
spade. This is called the spade. Now you can describe this.
So basically, what it is it's an overall knit hat. The badge is embroidered. You know, top of the line. If you know anything fashion, those logos on those hats are stitched.
Right.
In the proper word is embroidery. So we got the patch embroidered, and you know, it's a long-lasting, real durable quality style hat, which is acrylic. So
yeah, if y'all can get, like I said before, if y'all can get this from the Chinks, if y'all can go to the Chinese store and grab a $2 scully, y'all can do the same thing for this. Your head gonna be warm, and y'all gonna be having that GL, man.
Right.
This is the hottest new thing out.
Right.
At the end of the day, look at the presentation. Y'all can't ask for anything better than that. Y'all gonna feel like a happy customer, like y'all came from a damn mall instead of just meeting someone anywhere getting some clothing. At the end of the day, the man, he gives you the nice product, and he also gives you a bag that comes alongside the product as well. You know, it's nothing else you can ask for that's better than that. You always want to feel happy when you make a purchase instead of just feeling like you got burnt, or you feel like you're just helping that man instead of helping yourself as well. So it's a lot of things that go behind the title. And that's exactly why I'm glad we had to sit down so you guys can be mindful or be educated on what Genuine Living stands for. You feel me? At the end of the day, y'all got see the guy behind the GL name and the logo. And is there anything you would like to say to your fans and your supporters besides where to follow you at?
You know, just understand that we were in the rebranding process. A lot of people say that we fell off our mark. Little do they know we never went nowhere.
Right.
We were always working the whole time behind the scenes, and basically during that time period, we stepped into the service line. We started developing things for other brands, started teaching brands some things that we learned along the process of doing it ourselves, and you know, that kind of took over the time. And in the midst of, we told ourselves, like, listen, we still got a job to do out here. So people got to understand that, listen, we didn't go nowhere. We're working. We're here, obviously, and as you can see, the link is in the bio. Genuine Living is a page you can follow, and it's GENUINALIVIN, and that's about it. I want to thank you for having us on the show.
Man, shit, man, it's shit for the culture at the end of the day.
Right.
Now, one thing I want to ask you before I get off this, before we're done, is there any chances of you working with any people? Any collab? I'm collabing with anyone in the future.
So I actually had a couple collabs lined up before we took the time off,
okay.
right? So, or the time away, rather.
Yeah, I say that.
Yeah, right. So we do. At this point now, with a new focus and a new direction, it won't probably be no time soon.
Okay.
But
it's in the works.
It could be in the talks. So, if somebody was to come and say, listen, this is what we want to do, and it look good, and we can come to the means of designing together because we do our own designing.
Right.
So it can happen. We're not going to close the door on anything. But as of right now, we feel pretty comfortable with what we have going on and what's coming. In the coming seasons, not in the further seasons, in the coming season. So that's where we're at with it.
All right, well, there we have it, man. It's your boy Dev Hall. We got the exclusive. When I say exclusive, the exclusive for my man EJ Eric, for the creator of Genuine Living. There you have it, the boy Dev Hall, EJ.
Right.
That's it, man.
Right.
That's it. All right, it's your boy Dev Hall. We here and we live with Rell, the creator and innovator of Heartless Clothing line.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you doing today, man?
How you doing, Deb? What's going on, my nigga?
So, what do Heartless stand for, man?
Heartless stands for basically like it's basically like the heartless thought. You know what I mean? That's basically like how I came up with it. I seen a lot of people like on the streets, like, you know what I mean, basically they was wearing their hearts on their sleeve. Basically what I mean by that is like, you might have a disagreement with a person, you dig me, but you may not confront it, you dig me, so you know what you're doing. You walk around with that heartless thought on your sleeve, you understand? So that was basically like how I came up with that train of thought of heartless, you understand? I was seeing a lot of heartless people out here, so
okay. Now off camera we were just speaking about how you came up with the brand, and you was just explaining to me how a lot of people don't realize this is a part of your life and this is some real shit. If you don't mind sharing that story, is that a part of the reason you started the brand?
Right, and that was another reason. That was another reason. I really didn't get into that, but yeah, that was another reason why I started it too. Cause over like a year and a half ago, I had a real tragedy incident that happened to me where I lost my eye and things, and it was basically like a heartless act after that, because I felt as though it wasn't no heart left in his body no more. You understand? Like it was like a person erased it. You dig me? So that's basically what really made me stand behind the brand, because I'm actually heartless. I'm heartless. So
now by you saying that you heartless, do you feel as though by you having that tragic incident, do you feel as though it could touch a lot of people? So you came out with that brand because, I'm pretty sure everyone hasn't experienced a tragedy, but it seemed like you're trying to give back for your brand. So if you can explain, what do you want people to feel when they wear your clothing? Because I seen Wallow mention you. Wallow asked for a size of your apparel. So basically what I'm asking, what do you want the consumers to feel when they wear your product?
When the people feel like, basically like what I want a person to feel when they wear this is actually what it's saying. Like it says heartless. So basically, just like I said, like at the end of the day, I want a person to really actually connect to me and my story. You understand? Because I know there's a lot of people out there that probably done been through a tragedy like I have been through. Not only just me being shot, just the struggle, just period, everyday struggle, living, with the ups and downs with financial and things like that. It just, heartless take place in so many, situations where you could use it. So that's why I say it can speak to the youth, it can speak to an older person, it can speak to a person of my own age, you understand? So, heartless, there you go.
All right, for that now, what do prices vary from?
My prices, I got the sweatshirts right here. This is a Heartless sweatshirt. I got this from the price range of $35 to maybe probably $45. It depends on the custom. It depends on the custom of how you probably want this with glitter or non-glitter or something.
So you basically do customs on request, upon request.
Right, upon a request. That's why everything is pre-ordered. You understand? Because I want my customer to be satisfied.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, all right, bang, you might want the red with this. You know what I mean? I got these right here are all customers' orders. These ain't something that I'm just putting out on display for you to be like, okay, that's hot. No. These are customers' orders right here. You understand?
Right.
These are all customers' orders.
Now, I know you have sweatsuits.
Right.
Do you have hats or?
I got hats. I didn't show them yet. I got hats. Yes, I do have hats.
Reason I asked that because I see you got a shirt and you got sweatshirts, so I'm pretty sure it's getting cold out. Everybody.
Yeah, that's the hoodies right here.
Right.
That's the hoodies. You understand?
Yeah. What separates yourself from other brands?
I feel as though what separate myself from other brands is because it's actually realistic. You understand? It's actually a part of me. I actually took a lot of time out to think about it, to critique the logo, because this is the second logo for Heartless. People probably never really paid attention to the first one, but this is the second logo for Heartless, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna give you multiple logos. I feel as though that's another thing that makes me different. I'm gonna give you different logos. I'm gonna feed you with the logos. A lot of other people out there, not throwing no shade, they definitely keep hitting you with the same logo, maybe different colors, but same logo.
Right, same material, just different.
Yeah, switch it up a little bit, make it look a little bit different, and that's what Heartless gonna do to you. Heartless gonna come to your closet and make it look different.
Now, is Heartless, is it just a clothing line or is it a lifestyle? Because I know you said it's a part of your life.
You could say it's a lifestyle. You could say it's a brand. It's whatever you make it. It's for the people. Heartless. Yeah, this bullet wound. I mean, well, this actual design right here. This is the bullet wound actual of my eye right here. I mean, actually how my eye looked it when I came from out of surgery. So that's the actual sign. I mean, with the actual logo of my eye right there, in the heart. You understand? That was a Band-Aid removed it.
Now, when you was explaining Heartless,
it's more like it's more of a movement. It's not really about even with just the word say, because anybody can feel it. Anybody that been through something or who, you know, how you bend over backwards for people and then they turn their back on you, you know, it just make you more and more heartless.
Now, what's your name, man?
B.
Now, how did you, now, I know Rell is explaining like he needs you, and he didn't need you here, but he felt more comfortable with you being here. So you know, it sounds like you played a big part in this. So if you don't mind, can you share your part you play?
Yeah, like I'm cousin, so you know, anything we go through, everything together. Right. That's my right hand.
Right. So you like the Meek the O'Malley in the
right,
sense, like
right,
there you go.
Right. This is new generation.
I like it. All right, say that.